your click data is lying to you in email marketing. And the reason I know that is because there has been a huge influx in bots clicking on links and clicking on every link in your email. And so while Apple iOS 15 wrecked email open rates for iOS, we were not planning on having our click-through data so skewed. So here is an email hack that I've been using across my clients to help minimize the impact of potential bot clicks and keep our lists squeaky clean. So let's say here you've got your email up and running, you're ready to hit send, and the goal of this email is to get your users to watch a video. Now, I just have this linked to google.com since this is just an example of what we've been doing. And so what we do here, because we do know that the more links are in an email, the harder it is to get that particular email inboxed, right? So I like to use the same link, just masking it a bit within the email itself. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll add a nice PS message of what I call cliffhanger content, where we are, engaging with a future piece of content that we're going to be releasing soon, so that people stay in the inbox longer, and then when they get the email on that day, it's more likely that they'll engage, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to actually just hyperlink the period using the same link as the rest of the email. I'm going to do that. And then what we want to do is we want to mask this email. Mask this link. So I'm going to come back to the design here, and we're just going to change the hyperlink for purposes of this video. We're going to change that. Let's go ahead and largen up the largen. Is that even a word? Make the text bigger. We're also going to bold that and underline the whole thing, right? So that way, this period does not look like a link at all. That's the goal, is we want to mask this URL, this link, as best as possible. Now, the reason I like to use the period in the PS message as well is because it's tiny. Like for somebody to actually click on this link, it need to be fairly intentional, right? And so that's why we mask the link, and we also include one of the smallest, grammatical punctuation things possible to minimize somebody accidentally hitting this link when they didn't mean to, right? And then the last thing that we're going to do here is we need to indicate that this was a potential click or a potential bot click. And so you can see here, I already have a tag for this. I'm going to hit done. So that what this does is this indicates, at least in this software, that this was a potential bot click. And then I'm going to click save. And then we can go ahead and preview this. And you can see that looks beautiful on here. And it also looks beautiful on the mobile device. And when we send out a test, let's go ahead and send a test. Pull it up on okay, so it just came through. Hopefully you'll be able to see it okay. Let me pull it back. So you can see there on my mobile device that there's no indication that that is a link at all, which is the goal. A few important parts to this, right? One is I like to put the potential bot click just to make sure that I remember myself that some of the people on here are real engaged users. And that is why it's important to segment these people out and then export their data and look through their engagement records. See what emails they've opened, see when they've clicked on links, and do an analysis of this, and then also reach out to these users before you remove them off of any active marketing list. Because again, there are going to be active users in this segment, right? So you do want to review that. And then the second piece of this is you want to mask the link, right? You want to make it look like it's part of the email itself. That way you minimize people clicking on the link when they shouldn't really be clicking on this link. So that is how you handle and build this little potential bot automation within your email marketing system.